Dave Ross, I'm here with Craig Lutz, national cross-country champion. Craig, take us through the race today. How'd you feel out there, man?
I felt great through the first half, and not gonna lie to you, felt pretty bad in the second half. We, goal coming in the race was not to go out too hard, which is what I did at clubs. It changed everything. A lot more relaxed through the first three loops. I was told not to make a move until we passed 6K, and only if I knew that I could run away with it from there. Got a little ambitious somewhere in there, and decided to come back to the group. And then I don't really remember exactly where I ended up trying to make my move, but there was no holding back. It was just get up those hills as quickly as possible so we can get up to the top. K to go, it's all downhill, and just open it up.
Do you think altitude is a factor here, where going out slower is to an advantage because of the altitude here?
It definitely is. Even without the altitude, very challenging course. But you throw in that, you're not recovering on these hills. So maybe through the first couple of loops with the pace that we ran today, you start to kind of hurt, but it goes away. But the thing about the downhills here, they're so aggressive that by the second half of the race, you're not recovering anymore. So it's just pain through the last 4K. And it's going to be interesting to see what a World Cross here is going to be like next year. It's going to be a lot of guys hurting, and I think that we probably showed them this year it's been, a little slower on the first half.
For your plan worked to perfection. You were in about 10th after the first loop and about 4th after the second loop, and then you made the break. How much of a factor do you think you living and training at Flagstaff is? How much of an advantage is that?
I think it helped a lot. Obviously, I've really bought into the altitude training, and then the other part of it is for clubs, we came all the way down to sea level. I ran 4:28 first mile because I felt really, really good, and then I didn't feel good after that. Today, it's like we're only going down half the distance, and so I think my body didn't really have to adjust. Now, granted, we've only been here for 48 hours, but it's still, I think it's just easier. Altitude's never easy to run at, but I think it was just easier to get used to 3,400 feet instead of all the way down to sea level. So, and then for the guys coming up from sea level, it's kind of a bit of an advantage.
Okay. So, decision now on whether you're going to run in Venezuela or not, still to be made, correct?
It is. We had talked before the race. If we win this, we might pass it. I am signed up for the 15K, which is a week after Venezuela. So we're going to sit down here and talk and kind of decide on what the game plan is. You never really want to pass up on a U.S. jersey, but at the same time, it's early in the year and there's a lot of racing still to go.
So what distance are you going to focus on for outdoors and at the Olympic trials?
10K, and then we'll run a couple of 5Ks, and if you can double at the trials, you never know how the 10K is going to go, and it'll be nice to have the 5K there too. But 10K first and foremost. Stanford will have a group of guys there going for the Olympic trial standard, and then we figure if you're going to qualify for the Olympics, as long as the weather's good, I think the top 3 will be under 28 at the trials. So we're just not even going to worry about that.
All right. Well, congratulations on your race today, and we look forward to the rest of your season.
Thank you.